Today, we're looking at something really crucial in 2025,
Oh, yeah. What's that?
getting the absolute most out of AI tools. And that means, well, effective prompting.
Ah, yes. Prompting. Definitely key.
If you're using AI at all, and let's be honest, who isn't dabbling these days? Getting prompts right is like the secret sauce.
It really is. I mean, AI is everywhere, but the prompt, that's your control panel. It's how you steer all that power where you actually need it to go.
Okay, let's pin that down. When we say AI prompt, what are we actually talking about? Is it just, asking a question?
It's a bit broader, I'd say. Think of it more like giving instructions, detailed instructions to a super capable assistant.
Instructions.
So yeah, it could be a question or a command.
Uh-huh.
Or even just setting some parameters, to guide what the AI spits out.
Right. So definitely not just simple questions then. These prompts can manage some pretty heavy lifting, like drafting marketing emails or even whole business plans.
Absolutely. That flexibility is where the real magic happens. Problem solving, content creation, just exploring ideas.
Okay, so our mission for this deep dive is to really unpack what makes a prompt good. We're digging into the AI prompts, Mastering the Art of AI Interaction Guide from AI Lab.
Right. To figure out how to craft these things for, well, better results.
Let's do it.
And the guide kicks off with a really neat analogy. A good prompt is like a recipe.
A recipe, I like that.
Yeah, you need the right ingredients, the right amounts. Get it wrong, and, well, you get something vague or just off.
Okay, a recipe for AI success. So what are these essential ingredients? What do we need in our prompts?
Well, the AI Air Lab guide breaks it down into 5 main things.
Yeah.
First up, clarity.
Clarity. Makes sense.
It's all about being super specific. Avoid ambiguity, like the plague. AI doesn't really pick up on hints or implied meanings like people do.
Uh-huh.
Every vague word just widens the possibilities for irrelevant answers. It's almost like coding, Precision helps a lot.
Got it. So instead of just, tell me about history, which is way too broad.
Exactly. You'd want something more like summarize the key events of the Industrial Revolution in 200 words. Much clearer task.
Right. The AI knows exactly what to do. Okay. Ingredient 1, clarity. What's number 2?
Number 2 is context. You need to give the AI some background.
Background. Like what?
Like who the audience is, what the purpose of the response is, the setting maybe. It helps guide the AI.
Okay. So if I just said, write a product description, that's not great.
Not very helpful, no.
But if I said, write a product description for a smartwatch aimed at fitness enthusiasts, that gives it way more direction.
Precisely. Now it knows the target and the product type.
Could you give it too much context, though? Like, could that actually box the AI in too much or confuse it?
That's a really good point. Generally, more relevant detail is better. But yeah, burying the key points in tons of irrelevant fluff could, I suppose, dilute the focus.
So relevant context, not just rambling.
Exactly. Keep it focused on what the AI needs to know for this task.
Okay, makes sense. Element 3.
Structure. This is key for complex tasks.
Structure, like breaking it down.
Yeah. Instead of one big, messy request, give it steps or clear guidelines.
So not just talk about solar energy benefits.
Right. Better to structure it, like list 3 benefits of solar energy, then explain each in a short paragraph. It helps the AI organize the output logically.
Yeah, I can see how that would lead to a much cleaner answer, especially for something complicated.
Yeah.
Okay, what's ingredient number 4?
Number 4 is tone and style.
Ah, so you can tell it how to write.
You absolutely can. You specify the voice, formal, conversational, funny, persuasive, whatever you need.
Wow.
And the format, too. Like ask for bullet points or a story, or maybe even a poem.
So I could literally say, write a humorous tweet about AI getting too smart.
You could. And hopefully it delivers.
Okay, that's cool. Clarity, context, structure, tone, and style. What's the last one?
The 5th key element is constraints.
Constraints. So setting boundaries.
Exactly. Things like word count limits, topics to definitely avoid, or maybe specific details it absolutely must include.
Okay, like write a 300-word blog post about AI ethics, but do not mention specific company names.
Perfect example. Those constraints really help focus the output and keep it on track.
It really is like giving the AI a mini briefing, isn't it?
That's a great way to put it.
The more detail you pack into that brief, the less chance the AI has to misunderstand or go off on a tangent.
Exactly right. More detail in usually means more relevant output.
Okay, so those 5 elements, clarity, context, structure, tone, constraints, are the recipe. Let's see how they mix together in practice. The guide has some solid examples.
Yeah, seeing them applied makes it much clearer. Let's look at a content creation one first.
Okay, the prompt is, write a 400-word blog post about the benefits of remote work for small business owners. Use a professional yet approachable tone, include 3 specific benefits with examples, and end with a call to action encouraging readers to try remote tools. What makes this one tick?
Well, you can see pretty much all 5 elements there, can't you?
Yeah, let's break it down.
Clarity, 400 words, benefits of remote work. Context, small business owners. Structure, 3 benefits with examples. Call to action at the end. Tone, professional yet approachable. Constraints, the word count.
It's got everything. It's practically a template for a good content prompt. Okay, another one, problem solving this time.
You okay?
Provide a step-by-step guide to fix a frozen laptop screen, formatted as a numbered list. Keep each step under 50 words and avoid technical jargon for beginner users.
Why does this work?
Again, look at the specifics. Clear problem, frozen screen. Structure demanded, numbered list. Constraints, under 50 words per step, no jargon. And context for beginner users.
Yeah, that's way better than just yelling, help, my screen's frozen, into the AI box.
Much more likely to get you something actually useful fast.
Okay, creative writing example. Generate a 250-word short story about a time traveler visiting ancient Egypt. Use a suspenseful tone. Focus on vivid descriptions of the setting and end with a cliffhanger. Elements here. You've got context, time traveler, ancient Egypt, tone specified, suspenseful, constraints, 250 words, cliffhanger ending, and style guidance, vivid descriptions.
Nice. And they cover different fields, too. Educational support.
Yep. Example. Explain the concept of machine learning in 150 words for a high school student. Use a simple analogy, avoid mathematical terms, and include one real-world example.
Why is that effective?
Super clear context, high school student level. Clarity on the topic, machine learning. Structure requested, analogy, real-world example. And constraints, 150 words, avoid math terms. Tailored perfectly.
Right. And finally, a business marketing one. Create a 100-word social media ad for a sustainable clothing brand targeting eco-conscious millennials. Use a conversational tone, highlight 2 eco-friendly features, and include a discount code.
Again, context is key. Brand type, target audience, eco-conscious millennials. Tone is specified, conversational. Structure, highlight 2 features, include code, constraint, 100 words, ideal for social media.
These examples really hammer home how combining those 5 elements leads to much stronger prompts, whatever you're trying to do.
Definitely.
But what if you try this and the first result isn't great? It happens.
Oh, absolutely. It happens all the time. And that's where the next crucial part comes in, which ties right into the AI Error Lab philosophy. Experimentation and refinement.
So don't just give up if the first try flops.
Not at all. The guide really stresses that the first prompt is often just a starting point. Think of it less as failure and more as, well, data collection, learning.
Okay, like a lab experiment. Makes sense. They show how to improve prompts too, right?
Yes, great examples. Let's take that healthy eating blog post again.
Right, the initial prompt was just, write a blog post about healthy eating. Super basic.
And the result, probably very generic, right?
Yeah.
Because it lacked, well, everything specific.
No target audience, no focus, no tone, no structure, just, yeah.
Exactly. But then they refined it.
2. Write a 500-word blog post about healthy eating for busy professionals. Include 3 specific meal prep tips, use a motivational tone, and target readers aged 25-40. Add a personal anecdote to make it relatable. Much better.
Night and day, right. Look what got added. Context. Busy professionals aged 25-40. Structure, meal prep tips, anecdote. Tone, motivational. Constraints, 500 words. Suddenly it's focused and potentially useful.
And the tip there was, if it's too generic, add specifics like audience or examples.
Precisely. Let's look at the creative one. Initial. Write a story about a dragon.
Probably pretty bland.
Lacked any real direction. No character, no setting, no plot hint, no mood.
But the refined version. Write a 300-word story about a misunderstood dragon who secretly protects a medieval village. Use a heartfelt tone, describe the dragon's appearance vividly, and include dialogue between the dragon and a curious child.
See the difference. Now there's context, misunderstood protector, medieval village, tone, heartfelt, style notes, vivid description, dialogue, and constraints, 300 words. It gives the AI so much more to work with.
And the tip. Try different tones or add elements like dialogue.
Exactly. Test things out. And the business example. Create a marketing plan.
Way too vague. The AI probably gave some textbook definition.
Likely. Because it lacked context. What business, what goals, who's the audience, any budget.
But the better version. Create a 200-word marketing plan for a small coffee shop launching a loyalty program. Target local customers, suggest 2 social media strategies, and include a budget under $500.
Instantly more actionable. Context. Coffee shop, loyalty program, local customers. Structure, 2 specific strategies. Constraints, 200 words, budget under $500. Much more practical.
And the learning here was to narrow the scope. Specify industry, goal, budget.
Yes. If it's too broad, tighten the focus. These examples really show it's an iterative process.
You try something, see what you get, adjust, try again. It's not always a one-shot deal.
Rarely is, especially at first. And the guide gives some practical tips for that iteration loop.
Like what?
One really good one is tweak only one element at a time.
Oh, right. So if you change the audience and the tone and the link all at once.
You won't know which change actually made the difference, good or bad. Change one thing, maybe just the tone, or add one constraint and see what happens.
Smart. Scientific method for prompting.
Kind of, yeah. They also say to compare outputs side by side. Put the results from prompt A and prompt B next to each other. What worked? What didn't?
And keeping a prompt journal. That sounded useful.
Absolutely. Jot down the prompt you use, maybe a quick note on the output.
Yeah.
Over time, you build this personal library of what works for you and the kinds of tasks you do.
I like that. Your own AI communication playbook.
And finally, really embrace the errors. If the AI gets it wrong or misunderstands,
Just get frustrated.
right, treat it as feedback on your prompt. Where was the ambiguity? How could you rephrase it to be clear? It's that lab mindset again. Every attempt, successful or not, builds your skill.
Okay, so wrapping this up, the big takeaway feels like well-crafted prompts aren't just nice-to-haves, they're essential for really unlocking AI's power.
They absolutely are. It's the difference between getting generic fluff and getting something genuinely useful and tailored.
And it boils down to consciously using those 5 ingredients: clarity, context, structure, tone, and constraints.
Get those right, and you're setting yourself up for much better interactions.
But it doesn't stop there. The real mastery comes from actually doing it, experimenting.
Definitely. Get your hands dirty, try things out, refine. Don't be afraid to iterate. That active process is crucial.
It really makes you think, doesn't it? For you listening right now, how could you apply these ideas, clarity, context, structure, tone, constraints, to something you're working on, or even just playing around with?
Yeah, what could you unlock if you started communicating more deliberately, more effectively with the AI tools you use?
What new possibilities might open up? That's definitely something to chew on.
It is, and like the AI Error Lab guide sort of hints, this is really just the beginning. There are more advanced techniques, different applications, but mastering these fundamentals, that's the gateway.